while it didn't give away everything, this is one of those movies where you kind of wish the trailer had held back just a little bit. Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about a movie that I was really interested in the trailer. That being said, I thought the trailer showed a little bit too much, and it turned out somewhat I was right. It didn't show everything, but I thought the trailer showed a little too much. That being said, today we're going to be talking about The Night House, starring Rebecca Hall. I will warn you, there might be some spoilers in this. I won't spoil everything. And I'll try to dance around spoilers because this is one of those movies where the trailer already spoiled enough. But that being said, if you don't want anything spoiled, this is one of those movies where I was really into it until the very end. That being said, and I know a lot of people don't like that I rip on Hereditary for having a really weak ending. Again, I stand by my statement that movie did not stick the landing. Great movie until the very end. This one kind of does the same thing. That being said, this one, the ending made a lot more sense to me. At least it fits the tone of the movie, even though I really didn't love the ending. Do I recommend this one? In theaters, not really. That being said, if you like movies that have somewhat of a strange or ambiguous ending, then you might really like this one because this movie does have a lot going for it. It is pretty scary and Rebecca Hall's pretty good. So you might want to see it in theaters. That being said, there wasn't nobody, even my reflection or the opposite me, wasn't even in the theater to watch this one. I was by myself when I went to go see The Night House. What this movie is about is we start off and a woman is just coming home from her husband's funeral, and she starts to go through his stuff, and she eventually starts finding that he may have had some secrets. It's really hard. Again, it's hard to dance around a lot of what this movie is about. Okay, first things first, Rebecca Hall is really, really good in this. She has to spend a lot of scenes by herself. I mean, she does interact with other people. I thought her and Sarah Goldberg's chemistry. Sarah Goldberg plays Claire, I guess you could say it's her best friend. She has a lot of good chemistry with her. Rebecca Hall also has a lot of good chemistry with Vondie Curtis Hall, who plays this neighbor widower. He comments that Rebecca Hall's character, Beth, and her husband really helped him through the tough times after his wife passed. So he's kind of, in some ways, becomes a surrogate father figure to her. After, of course, again, we learn at the beginning that her husband is dead. But while she does play off other people in this, she has to spend a lot of scenes by herself. And Rebecca Hall is that good. She can pull off scenes like that. There are scenes where she is either, she can be very defensive. And when she gets defensive, she gets snarky and sarcastic, and it's fantastic. There's also scenes where she's seeing weird stuff, and she has to be scared or confused. She has a wide range of emotions she has to portray in this, and she does a fantastic job. Again, the supporting cast is really good. Sarah Goldberg was good as her friend Claire. I wasn't too familiar with her work, but she played off of Rebecca Hall very well. And she's the character that's trying to say, look, I know you may be finding some things out, you may be discovering some things, but you may just need to let it go and move on. And then, of course, Vondie Curtis Hall, he's always great. So, he plays the neighbor, surrogate father type character to our main character. And you can tell with his character, though, and this kind of plays into the plot showing its hand a little too much. You can tell that his character is hiding something, and you just know of. You're not wondering really what he's hiding. You just know, you're just going, when are we going to find out what he's hiding? Thankfully, you don't have to wait too long. When it comes to the plot, I really enjoyed what they're trying to do here. Again, if you see in the trailer, they have this reverse house thing. That's only part of the story. Again, I wish the trailer would not have showed that, because it would have been a really neat discovery for our character. See, as our character discovers things, it would have been cool if we had not known. And when you see the trailer for this, you're just waiting for her to go to the reverse house. Granted, there's more to it than just there's a reverse house, and the story, that's kind of the story of how everything's unfolding. You're just wondering, where does this lead? And they do take you on that journey, and you do learn everything, and it's great. You kind of figure out, as she does, oh, okay. I mean, you may get an idea here and there of what you think's going on, but then they kind of twist it here and there to, it's like, oh, you thought you knew, but here's a little twist. It wasn't like, it didn't have to be one big twist, like Shyamalan twist, but it was just little tweaks here and there of little twists that it's like, okay, here's where the story's going. It is going to get weirder. So I liked where the story went. When it came to how scary this movie was, you're definitely on edge watching this a lot. They do a lot of camera angle tricks to make it look like things are there, whether they're there or not. And I thought a lot of that was clever. It didn't rely too much on jump scares. There were, I'd say, one or two cheap ones, but I did like that the movie kind of tricks you a little bit, because earlier in the movie you see a picture of the couple with a cat, and I'm just like, I know this cat's gonna jump out sometime, and it never did. So I like that. I did enjoy that it kind of played on you like that. It's like, ha, you thought there was a cat, but there never was. I really thought that cat was gonna show up. Never did. But yeah, the scares are pretty good. They use a lot of camera trickery, a lot of sounds. I'm not going to say all of it's original, but I thought they made good use of their scares. Now, when it comes to the ending, again, I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm just going to talk about the overall plot or overall message of the movie. So if you don't want to even hear what the overall message is, I would tune out now. Again, I wouldn't say this is a rush to theaters, but it was still a pretty solid, scary movie, despite a bit of an ambiguous ending. So if you're still with me, the overall message of this movie, and again, while I didn't like it, because they used a play on words at the end, and I was just like, okay, is that supposed to be funny? But no, the overall message of this movie is, there is no hope. There is none. There is nothing. When you leave, there is nothing. And just the ultimate dread of this movie. I mean, this may be a solid scary movie, but man, is this movie a downer. You just have this feeling of life is never gonna be good, and there is nothing after this, and that's just kind of the overall message that this movie tells. And again, it definitely fits the plot and the theme of the movie, but man, is it just dark, because they try to give you some hope, but there is no hope. That is what this movie is trying to tell you. But anyway, Night House, I thought it was a solid movie. Even though I didn't love the ending, it fits. It fits the movie. I thought, again, really good acting in it. The scares were pretty good. The use of camera tricks for scares were good. Just the overall story was interesting, with the things that Rebecca Hall's character, discovers. It's all pretty interesting because there's a bit of a mystery element to this. She has to go and figure things out. But overall, I thought it was a really solid movie. Again, it's not a rush to theaters to go see, but you know what? When it comes out on VOD, definitely check it out. Anyway, that's all for this one. See you later.